This resurfaced mail scam uses QR codes to potentially drain your bank accounts. And it goes by this weird name called the brushing scam.
The brushing scam.
Brushing scam.
Brushing scam.
Somebody out there has my contact information and just arbitrarily sends me these things. I feel like it's an invasion of my privacy.
We were concerned then that someone had an ulterior motive and they were using our address for some sort of possible criminal activity.
So if we really don't want this stuff and we really want it to stop.
Anybody could fall for this, from a 20-year-old to a 90-year-old.
And here's the worst part. If you ignore it, you might think you're safe, but your personal information is already in the hands of scammers. Plus, the Better Business Bureau and the Federal Trade Commission labeled this scam as a nationwide threat. So I'm gonna show you why scammers just started sending diamond rings as bait, how a simple mystery package can spiral into full-blown identity theft, and why if you get a fake package at all, then scammers already have a disturbing amount of info on you. You won't believe how easy it is for scammers to steal your personal info until you see how the scam actually works. Oh, and before I forget, I just created a free checklist to help you lock down your identity and stop scammers. This checklist gives you quick steps with clickable links to secure your accounts, block payday loans, protect your tax records, and a lot more than that. Plus, I included over 10 agencies where you can report scams like this. There's no hoops to jump through, just click the link below to get instant access for free. Now, think about it like this. What if you're home, finally getting some time to yourself? Maybe you're catching up on your favorite Netflix series or you're scrolling through your Instagram feed. Then you hear knock, knock, knock. You're not expecting anyone. No delivery schedule, no online shopping spree, at least not one you remember. Then you open the door and there it is, a package with your name on it. And you think, that's weird, but curiosity wins. You bring it inside and tear it open. Inside, you find random stuff, maybe a Bluetooth speaker, some cheap kids' toys, or even women's makeup. Then you spot the note inside. Scan the QR code to find out who sent this surprise gift or leave a review. At first, it seems harmless, right? Maybe your friend sent you something, a giveaway win you forgot about. But here's the truth. This is not a random act of kindness. This could be the first step in a scam that exposes your personal data and puts your financial security at risk. Law enforcement calls this a brushing scam. And a brushing scam is when scammers send unsolicited packages to random people to fake sales and reviews on online marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, or Walmart. The idea is to make their product look more popular and trustworthy than it actually is. They use real names and addresses to create fake verified purchases and then leave glowing 5-star reviews. The more sales and positive reviews a product gets, the higher it ranks on platforms like Amazon, making it more visible to real shoppers. And most of the time, these are newer or shady sellers trying to achieve verified merchant status quickly. The items in these scams are usually cheap, unbranded, and random. Like I said before, you might receive lipstick or nail polish, small toys, pet food, tech accessories like phone chargers or Bluetooth earbuds. And at first glance, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Hey, free stuff, right? But this is where it gets dangerous because your personal information is already in scammers' hands if they have your name and address. Where did they get it? Was it from a past data breach, a shady online seller? And it can lead to bigger scams. Some victims have reported that after receiving that unsolicited package, they became targets of hacking attempts, like Raquel from Miami, whose Apple account was nearly compromised from Brazil shortly after ignoring a brushing scam. And you could be unknowingly helping scammers sell bad products. These fake reviews trick real customers into buying poor quality or counterfeit items. And here's the thing, you don't even have to open the package or scan a QR code to be involved. Your name, your address, your online presence are already being used in a scam you never signed up for. Scammers have found a new way to bait victims, this time with jewelry. Just look at Melissa from Wake County. She wasn't expecting a package, but one arrived anyway. Inside was a shiny, expensive-looking ring, no note, no receipt, and no recognizable sender. Now, at first, she was confused. Did someone send her a gift? Did she win something? Something felt off to her. A few days later, another package arrived. Same size, same ring, same mystery. This time, she checked the return address. It listed the name Cody Polk, a name she'd never heard before. Then she thought, maybe it's just a mix-up. Maybe Cody Polk was the real recipient and the packages were being sent to the wrong person. But something about this just didn't feel right to her. Determined to solve the mystery, Melissa searched Cody Polk on Facebook. That's when things got weird. As soon as she started typing, Cody Polk ring popped up as a suggested search. She leaned back and thought, wait, what? And then she clicked through and she found post after post from people who had received the exact same ring, also from Cody Polk. This wasn't just a mistake, it was happening to multiple people. Now her confusion was quickly turning into alarm. Inside the package, along with the ring, was a warranty card with a simple instruction. Scan the QR code to activate your lifetime warranty. And you might think that's harmless, right? But Melissa almost did it. After all, who wouldn't want to secure a warranty for what appeared to be a valuable piece of jewelry? But by now, her instincts were screaming at her, do not scan. Melissa then decided to dig deeper. She tried emailing the company listed on the package. All of her emails bounced back as undeliverable. Then she checked the return address. It led to a strip mall with no actual business matching the sender's name. And that's when she knew. This wasn't a gift. It was a scam. And Melissa was lucky she never scanned that QR code, but she worried about the others who might. Because here's the thing, scammers prey on trust and curiosity. Who doesn't love a free gift? Who wouldn't want to protect their valuable jewelry? But that's exactly how they get you. Then Melissa went to social media to warn others before they got caught in the same trap, because the next person might not be as skeptical as her. And I just want to warn you guys, QR codes are not safe. These QR codes are everywhere, and most of the time they're totally safe. But what happens when one isn't? What if that harmless looking black and white square is actually a trap? But first, let's clear up something that a lot of people get wrong. Scanning a QR code does not instantly drain your bank account. What's dangerous is what happens after you scan it. When you scan a QR code, your phone automatically opens a web page or performs an action. That means if a scammer sneaks in a fake QR code, they can redirect you to a fake website that looks identical to Amazon or PayPal or your bank or even your email login page. And if you're not paying attention, that's when you enter your username, your password, or banking details thinking it's legit, and then boom, you're just handed over all your info to scammers. And here's a few sneaky ways that scammers actually exploit those QR codes. They can use phishing attacks. That's when you scan a malicious QR code and that can take you to a fake website designed to steal your Amazon or banking or email login credentials. It might look exactly like your real bank's website, but in reality, it's controlled by the hackers. They might get you to install malware. Some QR codes can trigger an automatic file download that installs spyware or malware on your phone. And these programs can record your keystrokes, steal your saved passwords, and even monitor your screen activity. And they can even initiate fake payment requests. Some malicious QR codes autofill payment details, tricking you into sending money to a scammer instead of a real business. This happens a lot in parking meters and fake event tickets and fraudulent store promotions. And like I said, not all QR codes are bad, but here's how to spot the sketchy ones. If it's from an unknown or unexpected source, it's going to be a scam. If it claims to reveal a mystery sender or a special offer, likely a scam. If the URL looks slightly off, then it's probably a scam. And you got to know, at first, getting a random package in the mail might seem like nothing more than an odd mistake or even a little surprise. But what most people don't realize is that this innocent looking delivery could set off a chain reaction that leads to one of the most dangerous cyber attacks out there, a SIM swap. So a brushing scam isn't just about boosting fake reviews, it's about collecting real personal information too. Once scammers confirm your name, address, and possibly your phone number, they can then use that data to target you for a SIM swap attack. And that involves taking over your mobile number and then locking you out of your most important accounts. And a SIM swap attack is when scammers take over your phone number by tricking your mobile carrier into transferring it to a new SIM card that they control. What they do is that they call your mobile carrier pretending to be you, then they claim their phone is lost or stolen and need a replacement SIM card. If the carrier doesn't ask for strong verification, then they approve the transfer. Then your phone suddenly loses service and all your calls and texts now go to the scammer's phone. And this is so dangerous because they intercept all your two-factor authentication codes, the ones sent via text for banking and email logins. That's when they reset your passwords, locking you out of all your accounts. And then they can drain your bank accounts via wire transfers and then take over your email and even access crypto wallets or social media accounts. And just imagine waking up and your phone says no service and you have no texts, no calls. Meanwhile, scammers are logging into your accounts, stealing your money, and then cutting you off from everything. These scammers are getting smarter, but the good news is you can stay one step ahead of them. These scams only work if you take the bait. So let's break down exactly how to protect yourself and make sure your personal data stays yours. First, just never scan random QR codes. QR codes are convenient, but they can also be digital booby traps. Scammers love using these because they look harmless, but one scan could send you straight to a phishing site or install malware on your device. And again, here's how they trick you. They embed those malicious QR codes in unsolicited packages or emails or flyers. The links look almost real, like paypal-login.com instead of paypal.com. And you got to notice that there's an extra L in that web address. They also prey on curiosity with messages like, click here to claim your prize. If you didn't enter a contest, there's no prize to claim. And if you didn't request a package or a flyer, you want to be skeptical. Also, here's a pro tip. If a QR code is legit, you should be able to manually type in the website it links to. If a company is legit, it won't force you to scan anything. Another thing you want to do is report unsolicited packages. The second that you receive a package you never ordered, take it as a red flag, not a freebie. You'll want to report that package to Amazon customer service. They'll know how to handle it. You also want to report it to the Better Business Bureau scammer tracker site. I also created a full list of over 10 agencies where you can report these scams to. Just remember to hit the link below to get free access to my identity theft prevention checklist. And the next thing you want to do is strengthen all of your passwords now. If you've already received a random package like this, that means your info is already in the wrong hands. Scammers don't stop at your name and address. They dig deeper. That's why it's time to lock things down. Use strong, unique passwords for every account. No more password 123 or using the same login for everything. And you want to enable two-factor authentication on your most important accounts, preferably with an authenticator app like Authy. And you know, a lot of people have been asking me which bank accounts have app-based two-factor authentication. And that's when I find out that the vast majority of banks don't have this security feature, but my primary personal account with SoFi does. I've been with them for over 5 years, and right now they're offering up to a $325 bonus when you set up direct deposit. It's a limited time deal, so you don't want to miss out. You can check them out in the links below. And you'll definitely want to consider using a password manager to generate and store complex passwords. I also think it's very important to stop buying from these one-item, one-off sales pages. One of the sneakiest ways scammers get your info is by running sketchy one-product sales pages online. You know, the ones where you see an ad for a hot deal, but the website looks a little off. And I mention this because many people who received those fake rings and those brushing scams from earlier had previously ordered a completely different product from a scam website. The site never shipped them their original order, but kept their name, address, and payment details. Later on, they received a random package, and that was the fake ring. That's a clear sign that their info had been sold or leaked. If a website has no clear return policy, no customer reviews, and no real company info, don't buy from them. Another thing you can do is monitor your accounts for unusual activity. It's really shocking to me how few people actually check their accounts regularly. Many fraud victims don't realize something is wrong until it's far too late. So you'll want to check your bank and credit card statements weekly for unexpected charges, even small ones. Scammers often start with these small transactions to test your account first. And you'll want to set up alerts for new login attempts or password resets or unusual spending. You can also use a credit monitoring service to watch out for identity theft or new accounts open in your name. Scammers really rely on victims not paying attention. If you're regularly checking your accounts, you can catch that fraud before it gets worse. But let's face it, scams like this are showing up everywhere these days. In fact, I recently covered a shocking case where Chase Bank allowed more than 100 complete strangers to become authorized users on customers' credit cards without their knowledge. It's a wild story, but more importantly, I'll show you how to spot this kind of fraud before fake cards start arriving at your front door. So click on the next video here to learn the best way to protect yourself. You don't want to miss it. And thank you for watching.